Bring.
I see the chat and they're saying that this is a trap and I'm a manipulator. Unfortunately, they're wrong.
That's a lie, you know it.
You're a very manipulative person.
Manipulate in ways. Manipulate. You're obsessed with Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
Frank, I just want to know, why did you tell Amberlynn Reed that you complimented her on her following?
What advice would you give Amber's future girlfriend? Simple. Just don't go there.
Nurse, clear my schedule.
My husband!
Hello, my favorite chicken pops, Kermit pops, squirrely pops, and girly pops. In today's video for the low introductory price sale, you heard it here last. You see those chickens? No one cares. They do not care about anything. Okay, so we are going to be talking about some new Amberlynn Reed TikTok drama. Something very interesting is actually happening on TikTok. The truth finally revealed about Amberlynn's content on TikTok. Also, it is the anniversary of ex-wifey Alex, wifey Feline, none of those are her names, breaking up with Amberlynn. Do you guys think that Amberlynn is sad? We're gonna get into it. Also, Foodie Beauty, yes, allow the shock to set in. We need a moment of silence for this. The moment is over because it never happened. Foodie Beauty has been exposed for lying about her new cat and just lying to people while she was on a visa run. Rinse, lather, delulu. Does the fun ever start? Also, a Pokemon Go Fest update at the end of this video. As always, if you could not tell already from this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information made public by public figures first. And I would urge you to please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I want to show you something very interesting on TikTok that happens to Amberlynn. You know how on YouTube I sometimes show you that she gets way less likes and way more dislikes because on YouTube people are consuming her content but they don't enjoy it, so they give it a thumbs down. The same thing is happening on TikTok. So I'm going to give you examples of it, okay? So for example, she's getting, let's just see how many views she's getting. She's getting 163,000 views, 163,000 views, but only 823 likes. She's getting 76.3 thousand views, right? That's a lot, but she's only getting 708 likes. Okay. She's getting 357 likes. 357 likes on her last TikTok, but 45,000 views. And if you go to her TikTok and you compare the likes that she is getting versus, because there's no real dislikes on TikTok, but if you compare the likes that she's getting towards the views that she's getting, it's not even matched. She is being watched, her content on TikTok is being consumed, but the majority of the people that are watching her content on TikTok don't like it. So who are the people that are liking it? I think it's some of her true fans. Oh my God, true fan of Amberlynn Reed, who is coming over from YouTube. And then the people that don't know anything about her. I've explained this before. If you don't know, Amber's clips of her pretending to order healthy food went viral on TikTok. So the people on TikTok that only know Amberlynn from TikTok clips have no idea the things that she's done to people, have no idea that she stole her ex-partner's money, that she was paying them, she was paying Beck for live streams. She never gave Beck the money. And this is just the tip of the Kermit, okay? Like, tip of the iceberg over here. She's done a lot of really terrible things to her audience, to reaction channels, just, you know, all around wonderful person she is. So those people on TikTok who only know her from, I ordered a veggie sandwich, but they gave me something I really wanted and actually ordered pretty much, just think that she's a quirky, nervous girl. And so they're liking it. And even with her newfound audience on TikTok, that enjoy her content, it's still, the views massively outweigh the actual likes. People are consuming the content, but they don't like it. Like, here's an example on YouTube. On her latest video, 732 likes on like something like whatever 30 something thousand views, who cares, 3.7 thousand dislikes. She's been asked about this before and she straight out lied and said that it wasn't like accurate. It is, because I've tested it with myself. I've given examples before for my own analytics. The dislikes are about, I would say, 10 to 15 off by numbers, like 10 off, 15 off, maybe 20. But you're getting 3.7 thousand dislikes, Anne Boleyn, while you're getting 732 likes. Have you not understand that people don't care for your content? And the wild thing to me is, and why I brought this up is, even on TikTok, where she's able to get a new audience, people still don't enjoy the content. So, are you secretly going and liking all of Amber's stuff, or are you a disliker, or are you just the person that stopped watching Amber Lynn? A lot of people come here, they're like, yeah, I don't even watch her, I just watch reaction channels, or some people have stopped watching reaction channels as well, because the content, the source is boring. So, let me know what you think. Are you a liker or a disliker? If you're a disliker, maybe you can get a Kermit, or if you're a liker, you can get a Kermit, up to you. Let me know. Okay, so before we get to the new Amber and Reed TikTok drama, I just wanted to say that, so July 4th was the anniversary, as some of you know, of Amber Lynn's real ex, like a person that actually lived with her and dated her, not these imaginary friends.
Amber Lynn did not shower.
Like, Valentine and this new girlfriend that Amber Lynn says she has, of her real ex, wifey, dumping her. Now, wifey dumped her right before the fireworks, and in that breakup video, well, right before the breakup video, I talked about this before, there is a friend that Amber Lynn mentions. It was clearly not her friend, because later on in the breakup video, she was talking about how, oh, well, I don't have any friends to lean on. It was clearly wifey's friend, okay? So, basically, I just think, this is my opinion on that relationship. I always believe that there was somebody else involved in that relationship. Amber has said no, but, she's not an honest person.
That's a surprise.
She has said that. Okay. So, I think that the relationship ended because Amber Lynn couldn't go anywhere with wifey. And wifey was moving on to bigger and better things. I think that there was no control that Amber Lynn had in that relationship. That was the only relationship with wifey that Amber had absolutely zero control over. Wifey moved in, got a lot of really nice pairs of sneakers, and got a lot of really nice presents from Amber Lynn. Got amazing, fantastic takeout with Amber Lynn.
I'd do anything for you.
And was living the best life possible, and Amber couldn't manipulate her, and wifey dumped her on 4th of July before the fireworks. Rinse, lather, delulu.
Thanks for nothing.
Kermit, repeat. So the anniversary of that day was very recently. Now, since then, Amber Lynn has extensively texted wifey. I know that because she has said that. She texted her. She even texted her for one of the holidays. This is an old trick we talk about. You text your ex on a holiday like, hi, happy Easter, happy 4th of July, to get the conversation going, Wifey went no contact with her, said she didn't want to be her friend because Amber Lynn got into some other fake relationship right after wifey dumped her while her and wifey were still doing things.
It's popular today.
And so wifey was like, I'm not having any of that. And I don't blame wifey. Wifey was arguably the smartest and most interesting ex of all that Amber Lynn had ever had, because this time Amber Lynn couldn't manipulate the person. The person had their own career, they had their own life.
She sticks up for herself.
And they dumped Amber Lynn. I think there was a person involved in their relationship the whole time. Amber Lynn did make a statement that, wifey was poly, and then pretended that it never happened. It happened, Amber. And the main thing is, now that it's been the anniversary, 1-year anniversary, what has Amber Lynn really done with herself? She's continuing to doing semaglutide. Kermit repeat, saying that, she's back to not, having it, whatever, that situation. Amber Lynn has now gone through 2 girlfriends, a fake one in her mind that trolled her and dumped her, and this new person that I don't believe is a real person. But do I think that during the anniversary she was really, really sad on July 4th? Yes. Even though you created a fake girlfriend and now you're in some other weird relationship, because you always have people in the DMs because you're a cheater. and emotionally cheat all the time. I think that she was sad. Do you guys believe that she had a bad 4th of July? I think she was pretty sad. And I think that she would continue. I think she has tried to reach out to wifey, even though she claims it's all over. No, she's made negative TikToks about wifey, trashing her. And I just think that the anniversary of the breakup only shows that Anne Boleyn has not been able to secure a person to drive her around and a Target driver. That's all she really wants out of love and life. She doesn't want the love of her life. She wants somebody to take her to Target, to substitute mom. So I think, well, if I'm gonna put it to you this way, if I was wifey, I would have blocked Anne Boleyn. And I'm hoping that Anne Boleyn found out when she was, texting her that she blocked her. But if she didn't, I guarantee you that she was sad on the anniversary of the breakup and more than likely continued to text her and get no response. Rinse, lather, delulu. I actually will leave you off with this. I think that Anne Boleyn had to create these fake girlfriends to not just stick it to Becca and Destiny because her exes got married and got girlfriends, but to also make sure that wifey knows that she moved on. With who? Somebody that trolled you and now another fake girlfriend? Rinse, lather, delulu. Okay, let's talk about Foodie Beauty. So Foodie Beauty told us that she was very, very ill and did not show up to her live stream in person, meaning that she wasn't on camera. Yes, she was there in person, supposedly. And she just wasn't present on camera. And a lot of people had a lot of speculations because when Foodie Beauty disappeared, let me set the scene in Fair Verona where we lay our Kermits. Okay, what happened was Foodie Beauty was always posting every single day her mukbangs. Then she said, "Oh, I'm going to see you on July 2nd," right? And she didn't know when she was going to see people. I think like Salah had actually, her husband said, "Oh, July 2nd." So she didn't even know when she was going to get back to normal videos, regular scheduled program. And a lot of people thought that this was because she was doing her visa run. She's not legally in Kuwait. She's not really married to him, in my opinion. So she was doing her typical visa run. Now, when she came back, she was like, "Oh, of course I'm in Kuwait. Like, of course, yeah, I'm here. Like, I am just like, feeling really sick, feeling really ill." And she wasn't on camera. During the live stream, her cat was like, people were asking about her cat, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, Julia is here." People wondered if she was, this is the point. When she was doing that live stream, supposedly during her visa run, what happened was people were wondering where her cat Julia was. And people were like, "Well, where's Julia?" And she's like, "Oh, Julia." And then people heard Julia meow. Supposedly, this was all fake, okay? Think about the level of deception and manipulation you have to do and you have to be involved in about what happened, what Foodie Beauty did. So people were asking about Julia. They thought that Foodie Beauty was on a visa run. Foodie Beauty came on live and was like, "Yeah, I'm in Kuwait, everything's fine, whatever. And here's my cat meowing." Okay? The next live stream is you see her being in the desert. So she supposedly was, very ill. But meanwhile, back on planet Earth, a lot of people feel that she was probably lying. Now, of course, Foodie Beauty is gravely ill. She is sick, but not at that point. Like, it wasn't what she pretended it to be. Basically, next live stream, you see her being out with the camels and everything, right? And a lot of people were thinking like, they were like looking when she was like driving back and they were saying, "You know what? It looks like you're coming back to Kuwait from somewhere else. AKA, you went for your visa run, you extended your visa, and that's the problem." You understand? So, this next clip pretty much explains what happened. It is from Perfectly Imperfect on Twitter. I will link her Twitter and YouTube channel down below. Thank you very much for this clip. Go check her out. And this clip really encompasses how Foodie Beauty manipulated and lied to her audience. And she admits to manipulating and lying to her audience here. And she's like, "Oh, well, so what? I thought you knew." But you lied, you manipulated, as always. Foodie Beauty is a liar. And just like Anne Boleyn, these people lie indiscriminately. They lie about everything and anything, and they have no shame when they're caught. This clip explains it all.
Of course it was a recorded cat. Julia doesn't just meow on command. Like, I can't just go, "Meow for everybody, Julia," and she'll do it. Why would you lie to us, Mama? I thought it was obvious. It's obvious it's not Julia. Wow. If you thought it was, I'm sorry, but
She still won't make any noise. Oh, that's Julia, see? There you go. Okay, Julia. Okay, Julia. Okay, Julia. Sounded like a video clip of a cat. You always have excuses. You always have excuses.
You always have excuses.
Okay, so did you see the lie and manipulation there? She was on a visa run and didn't want to tell that to other people. And her community, the foodie beauty community, can see right through her. They're like sleuths, even better sleuths than well, I don't want to say better than the Amber and Reed community, but just as good. And just like people know what time of day it is with, foodie beauty. So basically, she was on a visa run. Her community knew that she was on a visa run. Okay. She pretended that she was really sick, supposedly. Maybe she did happen to be sick or whatever, ill, but, Foodie Beauty is a liar. So she pretended to be sick and she didn't go on camera, but still did the live stream to make money, to pretend like, oh, well, I'm sick. Of course, I'm still in Kuwait. Meanwhile, they went somewhere on a visa run. And because they were not in their own house in Kuwait, what happened is, her cat wasn't there. People started asking about the cat. Her husband and her literally got a track of a cat meowing, and that's genuine. Why do you need to go to all of these wild lengths to mislead your audience that you are not on a visa run when everybody knew that you were? And when you were confronted with it, you were like, oh my God, she doesn't meow on command. I thought you knew. Like, pretty much trying to gaslight by making the other person, her audience, question their sanity and be like, well, you should have known that I'm like lied to you. You should have known my cat doesn't meow on command. The reason that you had that track of a cat set up like that is because your behavior is disingenuous. People figured out that you had left Kuwait to go onto a visa run. That's why you weren't not showing up on camera, not because you were super sick, but because you weren't at home. And people figured this out. People were saying, like, it doesn't sound like she does when she's at home. People figured out you were on a visa run, and people saw that when you were driving. They saw, like, there's a lot of people that can read the signs and could see, and they saw that it was like going back to Kuwait, not going somewhere in Kuwait. You understand? When she was driving with her husband, the signs were saying that she was going, like basically you're going back into Kuwait, and people exposed you. They knew you were on a visa run and you didn't want to admit it. So you literally, how manipulative and what, like, who cares? Everybody knows you're always on a visa run because you're not legally there. Like, how manipulative and what a lie to literally get a track of a cat meowing so you could convince and manipulate and straight out lie to your audience that you're at home in Kuwait with your cat Julia, and then try to gaslight them. And that is gaslighting. Oh my God, I thought you knew. I thought that was obvious. No, it wasn't. Stop expecting your audience to give you super chats and watch your videos since you lie to them. This is just disingenuous behavior. Hey, Foodie, I got another question. Whatever happened to that drink you were promoting? I never hear you talk about it anymore. Anyways, rinse, lather, delulu, lying cat, Kermit, repeat. Okay, let's move on to Pokemon Go Fest 2024. Next week is the global one. I have not gotten a Hundo Necrozma. I did a few clown raids. that Pokemon is a clown. Sorry, I had to. It was too good of a pun. What a clown that Pokemon is. Anyways, did not get a Hundo of Necrozma. Did not get a Hundo of the clown, which is why I was doing the raids. So here's the reality of the situation. I would like to use this time while I show you my Necrozma and clown raids to discuss things that I feel could be better in the game. Let's start. How about events? Okay, recently there was a birthday event. Pokemon Go was like 8 years old or whatever. And honestly, it was a lackluster event in my opinion. First of all, I will never understand the decision to have paid tickets for the majority of events to give you a few extra items instead of just making money from unlimited raids. I will keep complaining about this. I like to rant about this because this is the reality. A lot of people that play Pokemon Go want unlimited rating back. And once the unlimited rating left, what happened is that people stopped playing the game. A lot of people stopped playing, and also obviously that money stopped coming in to, you know, the owners of the game, because people stopped unlimited rating. It was a lot of money. So now there's all these paid tickets, and I'm just like, what are we even getting for these paid tickets? Also, putting a party hat, in my personal opinion, not a fact, all of these things are my opinions on the game. Putting a grimer in a party hat is not something that everybody's looking for. Okay, these are my Necrozma raids, just some of them. I couldn't show you all of them. So I feel like the events are lackluster, and then paying for them is ridiculous too. No one's forcing you, but if you want some extra items, if you want some extra encounters that could be shiny, like currently there's like a ducklet, shiny ducklet, you know, possible encounter, and again, you have to buy a ticket. Like, I would give up all the tickets, and honestly, this is just my opinion, I would actually give up all the events just to do unlimited rating, especially for people that have hit level 50 in the game. What is there to do? For example, okay, I am level 50. Yes, I'm a hundo collector, I'm a shiny collector, but rating was like kind of like the life of the game. People want, my opinion is, the majority of the community, not everyone, my opinion is that the majority of the community just want to have unlimited raids. It is so unfair and ridiculous that we can only maybe get it once a year or twice a year. Why? Because Pokemon was created to explore their surroundings. Okay, and no one is doing that. If, well, not no one. Okay, let me be very clear. A lot of people cannot go and explore surroundings as much as they want because of this amazing thing called weather, or some people can't walk, or other people just have this issue called they have to work, they have responsibilities. Why can't we just raid unlimited? It's just, it, in my personal opinion, for me personally, only my opinion, not a fact, it has really put a huge damper on the game. Like, why is it 5 remote raids a day? Why 5 remote raids? Why not at least 20 or 30? Okay, not unlimited, but at least 20 to 30. The problem with not unlimited rating is you're not getting shundos. For me personally, you're not getting hundos. There's a few Pokemon that I can never get hundos of because I only can raid 5 times, and maybe if there's a gym by me, so 6 times. I gotta work, I gotta, you know, do stuff. And it's just amazing to me that there's no, like, there's no response, there's no care in the world. Like, no, like, I don't want to do elite raids. People don't want to walk around. Like, a lot of my friends that I know cannot constantly walk around for elite raids. Anyways, I mean, it's all pointless because, you know, I guess no one is going to change the unlimited raids, but the game is forever, in my opinion, changed. For me, not for the better, because there's no unlimited raids. I think that especially players that have gone through the game so far, they're level 50, they want to have unlimited rating. I know my friends do. I know a lot of people in the community feel this way, and it's just like unfair that, like, there was this update because of like a quality of life update that had happened before, and you know, now that things are better somehow, like, the unlimited rating was removed. The only other thing I have to say about GoFest is I did get way more shinies than usual. So whatever. So did you play any of the GoFest? I know there was one in Japan. There was one in, I believe, Madrid, Spain. So let me know if you played any of the GoFest. What do you think about unlimited rating? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, well, that's about it for today's video. I wish everybody mentioned all the best. Please let me know what you think about this video in the comments and dislikes down below. Check out the video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it or not enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, go and leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.